Too many things are going this way. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. Even down to my travel, I'm like, ooh, if it's like off, that flight ain't for me, or this ain't for me. Like,
you know, so then that was kind of like a hold up. You know what I'm saying? What's going on here? And
did that make you want to be a rapper more, or make you want to make more money to get it back?
Nah.
No, I'm not with him.
No.
Yeah, not by choice, but you know, I respect him.
When Angela Simmons was asked if she was single, all she replied was, "That's all." Just 3 words, but they said everything. It was clear she was hinting at Yo Gotti. The wild part? Fast forward to today, and the roles have completely switched. Now it's Gotti chasing after her, trying to win her back, especially after GloRilla embarrassed him in front of everyone. What Instagram didn't capture were the pricey gifts, late-night calls, and constant rumors that had already made Angela distance herself months before that live stream. Think back for a moment. Remember when Yo Gotti first put his crush on blast? Back in 2015, he dropped down in the DM and didn't hold back. In the track he openly rapped, "I just followed Angela Simmons. Boy, I got a crush on Angela Simmons." Fans were like, wow, Gotti really said that. He wasn't shy about it either. He announced his feelings for Rev Run's daughter, hip-hop royalty, for the entire world to hear. From that one lyric, the running joke became that Gotti was always shooting his shot at Angela, someone who seemed out of reach. Yet, from a single rap line, it eventually turned into a real relationship. By 2023, it wasn't just speculation anymore. They were officially together. Angela even went Instagram public, sharing a stunning picture of the two with the caption, "You're all I need." From the outside, they looked solid, like hip-hop's version of grown-up couple goals. Finally, people thought, a celebrity relationship that seemed stable and drama-free. But, as we all know, Instagram doesn't always show the truth. Behind the curated posts, insiders claimed cracks were already showing. Some close to Angela said she felt like she was giving more than she got. With Gotti's non-stop schedule, she started feeling like she wasn't a priority. And Angela isn't the type to play second place. She's got her own fashion lines, fitness ventures, and a career that demands her focus. She wanted something steady, not just a flashy public romance. While Angela was stepping back, Yo Gotti's label CMG was taking off. One of his biggest stars, GloRilla, was suddenly everywhere after FNF blew up. She was always in the studio, showing up at parties, basically around him non-stop. At first, people chalked it up to business, just an artist and her boss, but whispers turned into gossip, and gossip quickly became headlines. Soon enough, folks were claiming Gotti was a little too close to GloRilla. Then came the breaking point. GloRilla hopped on IG Live and embarrassed him in front of everyone. Overnight, Gotti went from looking like he had it all, Angela, the dream couple image, the success, to looking like he'd lost everything. And when you think about it, the irony is crazy. What started as a rapper's daydream that came true, Gotti and Angela together, ended up crashing into one of the internet's messiest breakups. But here's where things really start to look suspicious. Even without GloRilla openly saying much, the energy between them was loud enough for the internet to notice. Fans had been side-eyeing for a while, pointing out that Gotti wasn't treating her like a regular signee. Instead, he was acting more like a man trying to secure something deeper. Case in point, her birthday. Gotti didn't show up with flowers or a congratulatory cake. He rolled in with a brand new Maybach truck worth over $200,000, topped with a giant red bow. GloRilla was glowing on Instagram, cheesing like she just got engaged, thanking him and calling him the best. Fans went wild in the comments, swearing the two were more than just label mates. And just when people thought the flexing couldn't get any louder, Gotti doubled down with another gift, an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, 18-carat spaghetti set, worth $65,000. That wasn't just a present, it was a statement. A flex not only on rival labels but on everyone watching. But let's be real, nobody hands out Maybachs and diamond watches unless there's some serious attachment behind it. You get what I'm saying? Fans started connecting the dots, asking themselves, is this just business, or is there something deeper going on? One even wrote, she's gorgeous, he gives her the best gifts, and he always talks her up in interviews. And they weren't wrong. Gotti never missed a chance to praise her, sounding both like a proud label boss and a man watching someone he truly admires succeed. And it wasn't just about expensive presents. He physically showed up for her. At her Memphis birthday party, Gotti hit the stage right next to her, cheering her on like her #1 supporter. That wasn't some behind-the-scenes CEO move. It was a loud, public statement that he was standing with her. So even though GloRilla never got messy or disrespected Angela outright, her constant presence said plenty. Loud enough for people to wonder, if he's pouring this much energy into Glo, then where does that leave Angela? Because actions? They'll always speak louder than words. And Gotti's actions had everybody talking. Meanwhile, Angela was telling a whole different story on her Instagram. She posted, "I want what wants me in life, in all areas. What flows, flows. What goes, goes." That wasn't just a random motivational quote. That was a quiet signal. A way of saying she wasn't about to fight for a man giving his devotion elsewhere. An insider even explained, Angela isn't the jealous or insecure type. That's not who she is. But she's also not blind. She'll pick up on red flags, even if they are just rumors. All she wanted was consistency, reassurance, and a little more effort from Gotti. So when the breakup finally played out in public, and GloRilla humiliated Gotti live, leaving him looking defeated, it all clicked into place. The perfect Instagram couple image? Just smoke and mirrors. Now the tables have turned, and Gotti's the one scrambling to win Angela back, while the whole internet watches like it's the hottest show in town. It's playing out like the wildest reality show, but the real twist is Angela's silence. No messy rants, no cryptic shade, just calm. And sometimes, silence says more than 1,000 words ever could. If people were expecting Angela to publicly drag Gotti, they were left disappointed, because that's not her lane. She didn't hop on Live to air him out, and she didn't drop subliminal IG shots either. Instead, months ago, she delivered one of the smoothest, most graceful gut punches. When Angie Martinez asked if she was single, Angela simply smiled, paused, and replied, "Not by choice, but you know, I respect him. Some things are better left unsaid." Much love and respect to him. He's doing his thing. I'm happy for him. At that moment, folks called it classy. Some even thought it sounded like closure. But now, in the wake of GloRilla's viral moment and the whispers about Gotti trying behind the scenes to win Angela back, those words hit differently. Not by choice. That line feels like a quiet confession, like maybe she wanted it to work but he dropped the ball. And some things are better left unsaid now sounds like she already knew more about the label drama and Glo's role than she ever admitted publicly. Fast forward, insiders say Gotti has been reaching out privately, and that old interview suddenly plays like a warning shot. Angela walked away with grace, and now he's chasing a woman who's already proved she can live without him. Her calm MIC drop on Angie Martinez's show didn't look like much at the time, but after GloRilla embarrassed him live, fans are revisiting the clip like, she saw this coming. And the plot keeps thickening. Blogs are buzzing about Gotti sending Angela surprise flowers, even using mutual friends to smooth things over. Some sites claim he's been lurking all over her Instagram, liking old posts, the classic 2025 I miss you move. The internet's having a field day. Half are clowning him for going from chasing his dream girl to crawling back in shame, while others are warning Angela to keep it moving, calling his comeback nothing but desperation. Call it what you want, but to many this is giving desperate ex energy. Still, there are plenty of hopeless romantics rooting for Gotti, pointing out that he spent years chasing Angela, so maybe he deserves another chance. Either way, the turnaround is wild. He went from looking like the boss who bagged his dream girl to looking like the guy who lost her, and now he's scrambling, right when his situation with GloRilla is falling apart in front of everyone. So why is Gotti suddenly moving like he's ready to crawl back to Angela? Because truthfully, this isn't just about losing her, it feels like his whole empire is shaking. There are whispers, real quiet whispers, about a possible RICO case tied to CMG. Ever since the Young Dolph murder trial started making headlines again, Gotti's name has been floating around in conversations. Nothing confirmed, but in this industry, smoke usually means fire. Now picture it from GloRilla's side. She's one of the hottest new rappers out, booking festivals, landing endorsements, collecting major bags. The last thing she needs is messy legal drama linked to her label boss. No wonder she hopped on Live and basically distanced herself. It looked like she was protecting her career before things got too messy. Meanwhile, Angela's on a completely different page. She's a mom, an entrepreneur, building her brand around health, fitness, and positivity. Getting tangled up in RICO rumors and internet drama isn't on her vision board. That respectful statement she made earlier? It wasn't just words. It was her graceful exit. A quiet way of saying she was done with the chaos. And Gotti? He's out here looking shaky. He's single, possibly losing his biggest artist, and scrambling to hold on to his image. The same man who once bragged about winning his longtime crush now looks desperate, pulling every trick in the book to win her back. From surprise flowers at her door, to unanswered late-night calls, to trying to set up secret sit-downs, he's been pressing. But Angela isn't moving. She's been locked in on her businesses, raising her son, and glowing in a way that screams unbothered. Some even whisper she might be entertaining new men quietly. But whether true or not, the message is clear. She's not waiting for Gotti to get it together. And that's what really blew things up. GloRilla clowning him on live was already a bad look, but when the woman he chased for years, the one he finally got, refuses to take him back, that's a double L. The internet ran with it. Some fans clowned him for realizing too late what he lost, while others held out hope, saying maybe love would bring them together again. But honestly, it doesn't feel like a love story. It feels like a man watching his empire crumble, reaching back to Angela because she was the only stable thing he ever had. And Angela? She's been ghosting him. No comments on GloRilla, no rants, no shade, just silence. But her silence speaks volumes. If she keeps ignoring him, this could turn into one of hip-hop's most public heartbreaks in years. Even GloRilla seems to have stepped back, leaving Gotti stuck in the middle of a storm he created himself. Think about it. He manifested Angela in front of the world, finally got her, then lost her publicly. Now he's chasing a woman who's clearly moved on. The fairy tale down in the DM love story he once rapped about looks like it's closing its final chapter. And hip-hop fans everywhere are watching closely to see if he can bounce back from such a messy, public downfall. One thing's for sure, when love, loyalty, and legacy clash in this industry, nothing ever fades quietly. And how Gotti handles this chapter will decide how people remember the saga.